Hello, TEQ Crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will share the technical analysis of SUI coin. Let's start our examination from the 4-hour timeframe chart. As you can see, there are rectangular channels at the top, and we also have a mature descending trend channel. The price movement indicates that around June 10th, on Saturday, the trend broke down towards the downside, giving us a bearish signal. It continued until approximately June 12th, when we saw a rise again. On the 10th of the month, it re-entered this trend channel. We can still say that it maintains a downward trend. However, the key point to break is the descending trend line. It is also the most important resistance level for us. After breaking this level, the price movements will likely relax, and a gradual upward movement may begin. Additionally, we have previously drawn a level here around 0.71. As it seems, it has been unable to break above this level for approximately 12 to 16 hours. It has retraced back to the support zone of the trend and is expected to move towards this area again. After reaching this area, we want it to break upwards. So, the important resistance level for us is 0.71. Breaking this level in the upward direction is significant for us. Let's mention that as well. Of course, after breaking this resistance zone, the price movements can truly start to rise, and we can at least say that it will find some relief. Now, let's move on to our indicators. Looking at our Bollinger Bands, as it appears, we can see that the middle line of the Bollinger Band has broken upwards. This upward breakout actually indicates a buy signal for us, and the price has risen nicely from this point. Currently, it is moving towards the middle band. If the price falls back to the middle band, we can say that it will likely return to the support zone of the descending trend. The important thing here is capturing the rising trend, just as we captured the descending trend with previous examples. After closing that, we will look at our Fisher indicator. Currently, Fisher has produced a downward breakout, giving us a strong sell signal. This suggests that we may see further downside in price movements from this level. How far can the price drop? Looking at it from a broader perspective, if we draw a trend line here, we might expect a roughly 6.5% drop. However, after this level, we are already looking at a resumption of the upward movement. After closing our Fisher indicator, let's look at the stochastic indicator. Oops, we opened the wrong indicator. Let's open our stochastic indicator here. Although stochastic gives us a strong sell signal, the line has shown an upward movement on the last day, indicating that it might cross back into the buy signal zone. However, caution is advised at this point because stochastic generates buy and sell signals very quickly. Instead, we can look at the WAVA trend. Based on the WAVA trend, it gave us a buy signal by producing a breakout around the 10th of the month, providing us with a potential 7% gain at the buy point. Currently, there is no downward breakout. Therefore, we can say that as long as there is no downward breakout, the price movements may continue to rise according to the WAVA trend indicator. After closing the WAVA trend indicator, let's finally look at the RSI indicator. RSI has broken above the 50 level, and after a pullback, we can see that it is currently in an upward trend. If it holds onto this level, we can say that the price movements may continue to rise. Let's redraw our trend line on this trend, indicating that it may continue. Of course, the consolidation phase is important here if it breaks out. It won't be accurate to rely on a single indicator for trading decisions. Therefore, it will be more accurate to base our trades on different indicators and technical analysis tools. Let's mention that as well. Now, why are altcoins falling? Let's also take a look at the Bitcoin chart, because if Bitcoin is falling, it means that altcoins are falling even more. Now, if we look at Bitcoin on a daily basis, we have been mentioning for several videos that there is already a downtrend in the daily time frame. Furthermore, we currently see the downtrend in the daily time frame. Looking at the moving averages, we can see that it is still trading below the 50-day moving average. For a medium-term upward movement, it is important for the price to rise above the 50-day moving average. Additionally, the 200-day moving average is an important indicator of where the price could go. Currently, the price cannot break above the level of 25,217, which is actually a good thing. After consolidating at this level, there is a high probability of seeing an upward movement. However, at the current level, let's first close the moving averages. At the current level, we can see that there is a descending triangle. It is important for this descending triangle to break out to the upside because it has 3 touches, and breaking out after 3 touches is a significant condition. We can see that after 4 touches, it failed to break out. If the level of 25,217 is not broken, then a possible scenario will likely unfold, and after breaking this trend, we will need to follow the trend in the larger triangle. The important thing is this larger triangle. If the larger triangle breaks to the upside, the price movements will first target the level of $29,000 and then $30,000. That's why it's crucial. The Bitcoin chart is also significant for us. Let's mention that here. Furthermore, if we look at our indicators, Fisher and WAV trend, we can see that both of them have given us sell signals. Especially with the latest candle, they have indicated sell positions to us. These sell signals are mild because both indicators have given signals close to zero levels. Additionally, the price could potentially drop to the level of 27,217, as we mentioned earlier. Let's reiterate this point. Therefore, it is crucial that this level is not broken even if the price drops. Let's mention that here. After closing our Fisher and WAV trend indicators, let's look at our Bollinger Bands. Currently, the middle band, which corresponds to the 20-day moving average, has broken downwards in the Bollinger Bands, and there has been a small upward movement in the past. Currently, there is no clear sign of an upward movement in the Bollinger Bands. For there to be a sign of an upward movement, the middle line needs to break to the upside, as shown here, and we need to see an upward movement in the trend, as shown in this example. Firstly, the middle band needs to break, and then there should be a rapid upward movement with bullish candles breaking above the upper trend level of the Bollinger Bands. We can mention that here. Of course, it is important not to rely solely on one indicator. It will be better for us to make interpretations and enter trading orders based on different indicators and technical analysis tools. Let's mention that here. After switching to the daily time frame, let's go back to SUI coin. In the daily time frame, SUI coin appears as shown. We have already shared 2 charts with you in the 4-hour time frame and share our comments. What matters here is the breaking and upward movement of the level 7.102, the follow-up of the trend, and the gradual breaking of the downtrends. We can say the same for SUI coin, and let's slowly come to the end of our video. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of SUI coin with you. If you liked the video, you can click the like button. To stay updated with future videos, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye. Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will share the technical analysis of Selfkey coin with you. We have already examined this coin in the past. If we look at it now, we can see that the upward trend has been broken downwards, and approximately, my friends, we can say that we have had a slight pullback in price movements around the level of 53.80, holding on to this level from the level of 6.533. We will see these in more detail on the 4-hour time frame, my friends. But for now, let's first look at our Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands are currently in a relatively good position. The important thing is the middle line of the Bollinger Band. Price movements should break this line in an upward direction. If it breaks upwards, we have a higher possibility of seeing an increase in price movements. Along with this, if we look at our moving averages, we can see that it is currently holding onto the 200-day moving average, and at the same time, it is about to break above the 8-day moving average. First and foremost, the upward break of the 8-day moving average is important for us. Along with that, the second target is the 20-day moving average. If price movements break above the 20-day moving average, we can say that there is a possibility of seeing an uptrend in the medium term. Along with these, as we start our analysis slowly from our indicators, let's first look at our Fisher indicator. The Fisher indicator has currently experienced an upward breakout. It has broken upwards at approximately -2.48, giving us a strong buying signal, and after this point, we can say that we may see an upward movement in price. The further away the Fisher indicator breaks from zero, the stronger we can interpret that signal as a strong upward movement in price. After closing our Fisher indicator, let's continue our analysis with the WAV trend indicator. Currently, there hasn't been any upward breakout in the trend. Therefore, we can say that the downward movement in price may continue for a short while longer. However, we need to pay attention to a factor in WAV trend, which is the WAV trend volume. The WAV trend volume is currently approaching zero from the negative side. In other words, it is actually growing positively, and because it is growing positively, we have a high probability of seeing an upward movement in price. As we can see, the green line is converging with the other line, indicating a potential upward breakout in the near future. Therefore, we can say that following the WAV trend indicator can be beneficial for us. The further below zero it breaks, the stronger the potential for an upward movement in price. Similar to Fisher, the further away it breaks from zero, the stronger the signal becomes. Let's mention that, and after closing our WAV trend indicator, let's continue our analysis with the RSI indicator. The RSI is currently continuing its decline. It is still below both the average line and the 50 level, and due to the recent downward movement, we can say that we may see a further decline in price in the short term. It has not yet crossed above the 50 level, so we are making these comments based on that. If it crosses above the 50 level, we can see an upward movement in price because crossing above the 50 level is interpreted as a buy signal. After discussing our comments on RSI, we can close the RSI indicator as well and perform our short-term analysis on the 4-hour time frame. We can see that the short-term downtrend has been broken to the upside, and with this upward breakout, price movements have held around the level of 6.533 as we mentioned earlier. After reaching this level, even if it has started to decline, the first point it will reach is approximately the 53.80 level. After reaching this level, we want to see an upward movement again so that, in all likelihood, after reaching this point, it will turn upwards and rise to the level of 65.33. Suppose such an upward movement did not occur, and this level was broken to the downside. How far will the price decline? In such a scenario, the price could potentially drop to the 00 level of $41.50. Of course, there will be support and resistance zones in between. The level of $49.76 can serve as a temporary support zone. However, these temporary support zones are not very strong, making them susceptible to breaking. Therefore, we can consider the $41 level as the primary target. Unless the level of $53.80 is broken, in which case it would become the primary target. Now, let's address why the cryptocurrency market is declining. If we look at the Bitcoin chart, we can see that Bitcoin has been declining for the past 8 hours. As Bitcoin falls, we can observe significant drops in altcoins as well. The market operates based on this correlation. The more Bitcoin drops, the more the price movements of altcoins also decline. Why I refer to price movements, I am specifically talking about altcoins because even if Bitcoin drops by 3%, altcoins can drop by more than 10%. This is how the system works, and it is applicable to almost every coin. Currently, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see a downtrend in Bitcoin, even a descending triangle pattern. The upward breakout of this descending triangle is significant for us. If the descending triangle breaks to the upside, the price movements will find more stability, and it would be beneficial to follow the larger triangle pattern. The crucial level here is $25,217. This downtrend will continue until it reaches that level, and it should not break below it. If it breaks below that level, the price movements will likely drop towards the support level. In addition to the support level, if we look at the moving averages, the price will drop towards the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is known to be significant as it has historically provided strong support. If the price holds above the 200-day moving average, it could be considered a buying opportunity. Therefore, the 200-day moving average is important. Currently, it is still trading below the 8-day, 20-day, and 50-day moving averages. If we want a long-term upward movement, we would ideally like to see it rise above the 50-day moving average, but the most crucial aspect is for it to stay above the 200-day moving average. If we had bought after the 200-day moving average was breached, we would have benefited from a nearly 30% increase. So, holding on to the 200-day moving average in the long term would yield better results. In the short and medium term, it would be better and more reliable for the price to rise above the 50-day and 20-day moving averages. Let's mention these points, and now let's wrap up our video after revisiting them. Firstly, to summarize, the level of $6,533 is important once again. We want this level to break to the upside, and if it does, we are likely to see significant upward movements in the price. The downtrend on the 4-hour time frame has been broken, which is really good news. However, we can see that the decline has resumed in the past few hours. We want the price to hold at the $5,380 level. If it doesn't hold there, the price could drop to $4,150. Therefore, it may be wise to set a stop-loss level below $5,380 and consider making a small purchase from there, depending on your risk appetite. Of course, caution is advised, and let's reiterate that nothing in our video constitutes investment advice. Once again, let's emphasize that. Now, let's slowly wrap up our video. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Selfkey coin with you. If you liked the video, you can click the like button. To stay informed about future videos, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye. Hello TEQ Crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will share the technical analysis of Kaspa coin. First of all, we have a great trend line that has been holding since the coin's inception, with 234 and 5 touches. Currently, the price movements are also adhering to this trend line. When we analyze the daily chart, what is important for us is the range between 0.22 and 0.24. If this level is broken to the upside, we can expect a significant increase in price movements. Furthermore, when we look at the 4-hour period, we can see a promising chart. We will discuss and analyze it. In addition, the downtrend on the daily period is being broken to the upside, but there hasn't been a significant breakthrough yet. So, this breakthrough is not very important, but the upward movement on the 4-hour period is quite significant for us. Now, let's start our analysis with our indicators. If we look at the Fisher indicator, it is currently giving us a slight buy signal by making an upward breakthrough. The reason why this signal is considered a slight buy signal is the breakthrough at 1.49 level. In Fisher, the further the breakthrough is from 0, the stronger it is considered. Since it occurred at 1.49 level, it can be interpreted as a slight buy signal. Of course, this slight buy signal can lead to a much stronger increase for us. So, it is important from that perspective. This signal is a buy signal for us, and we have the possibility of seeing an increase in price movements until there is any downward breakthrough. After closing Fisher, if we look at the WAV trend indicator, we can see that there is also an upward breakthrough, giving us a buy signal. Until there is any downward breakthrough, we can say that the price movements can continue to rise. After analyzing WAV trend, let's continue with our analysis of the Bollinger Bands. Currently, as you can see, the Bollinger Bands are at an important point. Because the middle line of the Bollinger Bands is being surpassed by the price movements, it is expected that the price will rise towards the upper band. In such a scenario, not only would the resistance level we analyzed in the 4-hour period be broken to the upside, but also the fact that it surpasses the upper Bollinger Band would provide us with a small but potential gain. We can say that it can result in a gain of around 9%. However, if the price retraces, it could potentially fall back to the lower Bollinger Band. This possibility should also be mentioned, and after closing the Bollinger Bands, let's look at our moving averages. Currently, the 8-day and 20-day moving averages have experienced an upward breakthrough. For the long term, the upward breakthrough of the 50-day moving average is important for us to anticipate an overall upward trend, and the price movements are gradually moving towards that direction. The upward breakthrough of the 20-day moving average is significant, but it is even more important for it to hold above that level. In other words, it should remain above the 20-day moving average for us to witness the continuation of the upward price movements. This should be mentioned as well, and after closing the moving averages, let's turn to our analysis in the 4-hour period. Here, we can observe an ascending triangle pattern and significant volumes in the 4-hour period. We can say that we see favorable bullish candlesticks. Additionally, there is an upward trend and we can draw smaller ascending trends as well, which are important for us. Moreover, we can see that the downward trend in this area has actually been broken to the upside. Especially if we indicate this with a thick line, we can see that the downward trend has been decisively broken to the upside, and this is truly important for us. Furthermore, we can say that the price movements can continue to rise. At the same time, we are expecting the upward breakthrough of the 0.16 and 0.17 levels. If this region is broken to the upside, we can likely see a significant increase in price movements. Especially, the target level is the 0.22 level. We want that level to be broken to the upside. If that level is breached, we can say that a nice rally can begin in the price movements. We mentioned that we saw a nice upward movement, so we can say that everything is normal and progressing positively. Additionally, if we make an analysis of the market and continue our examination from Bitcoin, we can say that Bitcoin is generally within a downward trend, despite a recent increase in the last hour of the day. Currently, Bitcoin is declining, which can be observed in both the 4-hour and daily periods. When we particularly analyze the daily period, we can see that there has been a consistent downward trend for months. Approximately, it has been declining for about 60 days, which is nearly 2 months. Bitcoin has been declining for 2 months, and we can almost confidently say that the downward trend can continue. Because what is important for Bitcoin is the range between support and resistance levels. We have a support level from below and a resistance level from above. We want the resistance to be broken to the upside so that Bitcoin can rise to the levels of 29,000 to 30,000. If the support zone is broken to the downside, then we may likely return to the bearish days. However, 2023 is expected to be a good bullish year for us. We can also mention that the crucial level to watch is 25,217. We want that level to be broken to the downside, because in the past, it has actually worked as a strong resistance level. It has acted as a resistance level twice before, not being broken, and finally broke on the third attempt. Currently, we do not want this zone to be broken to the downside because if it breaks to the downside, we will see a decline in price movements. The initial decline will occur at the support level of the ascending trend channels, which aligns with the 200-day moving average. At this point, we would prefer the price movements to bounce off this zone, as if it doesn't, we can expect further downward movement in price. Furthermore, if we revisit our analysis in the 4-hour time frame, we first want the breakout of the small triangle pattern. We want it to break to the upside, and in addition to that, we want the breakouts of the already mentioned ascending trends. We have already shared this information with you. Now, let's gradually return to our main points and conclude the video. To summarize the signals in the video, the price is continuing its upward movement nicely in the 4-hour time frame. In the short term, both the downtrend has been broken to the upside and the uptrend is continuing. In fact, in the long term, we can say that the major downtrend has been broken to the upside. Moreover, if we go back to the daily time frame, we can see that it is in a strong support area and very close to the support line. Therefore, signals coming from these zones can be considered as buying opportunities and entry orders can be placed. Additionally, the 0.22 and 0.24 levels are important for us. If a breakout occurs at these levels, it is significant because they have previously acted as both support and resistance levels. Therefore, the breaking of these levels can lead to further upward movement in price. Hence, the breaking of these levels is important, and for the continuation of the uptrend, our analysis and comments need to hold true. Let's share these with you as well and slowly come to the end of our video. In this video, we have shared the technical analysis of Kaspa coin with you. If you liked the video, you can click the like button. To stay updated with future videos, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.